I am going to discuss about steel column bases and foundation. So first of all, I am going to discuss what is column base, what is slab base, gusseted base, then design steps of slab base. So first of all, column base. So the column base is transmit the column load to the concrete or masonry foundation blocks. It spread the load over large area so that intensity of bearing pressure on the foundation is within the bearing strength. Actually, the column base is a platform through which the load coming from column is transmitted to the foundation blocks. So for that we need larger area to convert that load into the pressure, so that intensity of bearing pressure could be uniform throughout the foundation block. Then the column base for that the column base should have adequate strain stiffness, so that it can sustain every kind of load, like axial load or combination of axial and bending moment. It is of two types. One is slab base and another is gusseted base. Then slab base. So slab base is the column base where it carrying small loads, and the column here in slab base, column is directly connected to the base plate by welding or through cleat angles, and load is transmitted to the base plate through bearing. Like here the column is directly connected to the base plate through cleat angle. So here one cleat angle is used, so that the pressure transmitted through what? Bearing action. If welding is used, then also it is transmitted the load through bearing action. Here gusset plates are not used. Gusset plates are used in gusseted base. And the minimum thickness as prescribed by IS 800/2007 as per class 7.4.3.1 is T minimum is equal to root over of 2.5 W into A square minus 0.3 B square divided by Fy. So this terminology I will discuss in a further slide. So these are the figure which shows the slab base. So here this is the plan of the slab base and this is the elevation of slab base. As I told, the column is connected to the concrete connected to the base plate through as a column connected to the base plate through cleat angle or welding. So here cleat angles are used, and this column transmitted the load to the column base, and column base transmitted to load to the concrete pedestal, so that the bearing pressure is uniform. For this reason only the column base having larger area are used in the slab base. This is the plan view of slab base, and this is the three-dimensional view of slab base. Here this is the cleat angle, this is the column, and this is the concrete pedestal, and this is the base plate used in this. Then gusseted base. So gusseted base used when the column carrying heavy loads. And here in gusseted base, one gusseted plate is used to connect the column into base plate. And so as gusseted base is used in gusseted base, so the load is transmitted to the concrete block through partly through gusset and partly through bearing action. And the minimum thickness of slab base as per code 800/2007 actually 2007 is this. And this is the design of this is the cross-sectional and elevation or plan view of gusseted base. Here the length of the gusseted base can be calculated by, like here one column section is given. So this column section, like from the steel table, the depth of column section, suppose it is D, then one gusseted base is used. So here thickness of gusseted base, then a cleat angle is used, that is known as gusseted angle. So that length of angle also, then this overhanging portion. So overall, when we calculated the length of gusseted base, the length of gusseted base is equal to depth of the section D, then 2 into thickness of gusseted base, that 2 into TG, because here also one gusseted plate is here and another is here, so that 2 into thickness of gusset rod plus 2 into leg length of angle. Two angles are used, that's why, and plus their overhanging portion. Then design steps of slab base. So in design steps of slab base, first step you need to calculate what is the size of base plate. So for that, actually in problem the load is given. So for load, to calculate the size of base plate, means area of the base plate, so we need the pressure. So for that, bearing strength of concrete we need to calculate first. So bearing strength of concrete as per IS 456 is 0.45 FCK. Then area is calculated by load divided by pressure, we know all. So area is equal to load divided by 0.45 FCK. Then here we select the base plate size, and for economy this A and B could be equal for the economy purpose. Otherwise it could be unequal also. But if the A and B are unequal, then the greater projection is known as A and the smaller projection is taken as B. So here A and B are the greater projection beyond the column, lesser projection beyond the column. Then step 2, to calculate the thickness of base plate. So before we calculate the thickness of base plate, intensity of pressure we should know. So for the intensity of pressure, the formula for intensity of pressure is equal to PU divided by actual area of base plate, that are calculated after this, like select the size of base plate. So then minimum thickness prescribed as per IS 456 clause, IS 800 clause 7.4.3.1, and that minimum thickness should be more than thickness of planes. This check needed. And then provide a number of bolt to cleat angle. If a bolted connection are used, then provide the number of bolt to cleat angle. If welded connection are used, then provide the size of the weld. Then one problem, design a slab base for a column section. ISHB 300 at the rate 0.618 kN per meter carries an axial load of 1200 kN for the condition that is load is transmitted to the base plate directly bearing of column plane. That means here they mention that bolted connection, you use the bolted connection for the design of slab base. So here first step is given data. So what the data is given, like here given ISHB 300. So for ISHB 300 at the rate 618 Newton per meter. In steel table they given the depth of section is 300 mm, then width of flange is equal to 250 mm, then thickness of flange is equal to 10.6 mm, thickness of wave is equal to 9.4 mm. This is as per steel table. Axial load given, Pu is equal to 1200 kN, and what given, use M20 and Fe 410 steel. So for M20, FCK is equal to 20 Newton per mm square. Then for Fe 410 steel, we know from the code for Fe 410, Fe is equal to 410 megapascal and Fy is equal to 250 megapascal. And for thickness of slab base, we need a partial safety factor. So partial safety factor in code given in table 3, I think. So that is gamma m naught is equal to 1.1. So we know first step. What is the first step? First step is bearing strength is equal to, I already mentioned the formula, 0.45 FCK. 0.45 FCK, that is equal to 0.45 FCK is 20, so 9 Newton per mm square. Then we have to calculate size of base plate means area. So area is equal to, we have the load and we have pressure. So area can be calculated by dividing load with pressure. So that PU by 0.45 FCK. So PU is here given 1200 kilonewton. Here 0.45 is Newton per mm square. So we need to convert this kilonewton to Newton. So 1200 into 10 to the power q Newton divided by 9 Newton per mm square, that is equal to 133.33 mm square. So from the area we have to calculate the size of base plate. So for economy, as I already mentioned in the previous slide, for economy we have to keep the projection is equal to, the projection are same, like suppose it is a slab base. Here it is the column section. So this is the projection of A and projection of B. So for economy, keep A is equal to B for economy, but it's not mandatory for all the case. So this is the total length of the slab base plate and this is the width of base plate. So we already calculate the area. So area is equal to L into B. L into B is equal to area. Here L can be written by D plus 2 times A. D plus 2 times A. Like that, B can be written as BF plus 2 times B. That is equal to area. So depth of the section in given data is, that is 300 mm plus 2 times A. Well, into BF is 250 mm plus 2 times B. Area is 1, 3, 3, 3. So from this we know as A is equal to B. So 300 plus 2 times A will into 250 plus 2 times A is equal to 9. So from this A can be calculated by as 46 mm. So we can provide the A like bit more than this. So A can be provided as provide A is equal to 50 mm. So as I already mentioned, A is equal to B. So B also is equal to 50 mm. So here A is equal to D plus 2A. So D is 300 plus 2 into 50, that is equal to 400 mm. And then D is equal to BA plus 2 times B, that is equal to 250 plus 2 into 50, that is equal to 350 mm. Here I designed the base plate as rectangular section. You can design the base plate as square section. If you design as square section, then L square is equal to A. Then from this only you calculate L, that is root over of A. Then from L you can calculate A, that is I already told that I already told that A is equal to D plus 2A. So from this, A can be calculated by L minus D divided by 2. Like that, B can be calculated by L minus BF by 2. So whichever value is more, you consider that as A, and the lesser value as B. First step complete. Then step 2. Step 2 is thickness of base plate. Thickness of base plate. So before thickness of base plate, we need to calculate bearing pressure. So bearing pressure is equal to formula U by actual area. So PU here given is 1200 kilonewton. That you need to convert this in Newton. Then actual area we provide 400 into 350. So that only 400 into 350. The value comes out 140 mm square. Okay. Get the sorry. 8.57 something. 8.57 Newton per mm square, and that should be less than the bearing strength that was calculated as per IS 456, that is 0.45 FCK. The value is 9, so it is less, then it's okay. Then second point is thickness, minimum thickness. So minimum thickness formulas as per IS 800 2007 class 7.4.3.1, the minimum thickness formula is T minimum is equal to root over of 2.5 W A square minus 0.3 P square gamma m naught divided by Fy. So T minimum is equal to, we already calculate A and B, so 2.5 W here we calculate 8.57, then A square is 50 square minus 0.3B into 50 square into 1.1 divided by 250, and the value is coming around 12.86 something, 12.84 mm, and that should be more than thickness of flange. If it is not more than thickness of flange, we need to redesign the section like A and B. So like length and width of the base plate. So as per the code, it is more than the thickness of plate, then it's okay. So minimum thickness already calculated. So finally, here we provide the size of base plate. Here you take thickness of 14 mm. You means it. You also take the 13 mm, but as per the convenient, I will take the thickness of base plate as 14 mm. So size of base plate given provided here. Size of base plate is equal to 400 mm to 350 mm green. Then here the question given is connected is bolted connection. So you need to connect the plate to the base plate. This is the base plate of size 400 into 350 into 40 mm. Here bolted connection are used. So we use the cleat angles. So we can assume the cleat angles value for like for bolted connection normally four numbers of bolt of 20 mm are used. And angle section you can assume any angle. Here I assume the angle section of 2 ISA 50 into 50 into 8. So connection is through bolt connection. This is the tape of the column and say 2 ISA 50 into 50 into 8. That's it. And this is the assignment.